How did gender shape the experiences of enslaved people in Latin America? How did gender shape the experiences of enslaved people in Latin America? This question takes us into the heart of a complex history that intertwines race, class, and gender. Gender played a vital role in determining the experiences of enslaved individuals, influencing their labor, the violence they faced, and their social standing in colonial society. Enslaved women often faced unique challenges. They were not only forced to work but also subjected to sexual violence and exploitation. Their bodies were controlled for labor and reproduction. When enslaved women had children, those children were automatically enslaved, which increased the wealth of their owners. This control over reproduction created a constant fear for enslaved mothers, as they lived with the threat of their children being sold or separated from them. Slave laws often referred to the offspring of enslaved women as property, highlighting the economic value tied to motherhood. This reality inflicted a specific kind of trauma on women, often overlooked in historical records that primarily acknowledged mothers while ignoring fathers. On the other hand, enslaved men were typically assigned to physically demanding tasks like plantation work, mining, or construction. They were expected to perform heavy labor and faced brutal punishments to enforce discipline. Men's roles were often linked to the public and economic spheres. This reflected the broader colonial structures that favored male authority while also subjecting men to harsh control to maintain order. The intersection of gender, race, and class created a complex social hierarchy in Latin America. The experiences of enslaved people varied significantly based on their gender and racial classification within the colonial Casta system. This system ranked individuals by ancestry, placing African and indigenous people at the bottom. The legacy of these gendered experiences is still evident in Latin American culture today. Music genres like Latin and reggae often express themes of resistance and identity. These musical forms carry stories of survival and the struggles of Afro-descendant communities, including the gendered violence faced by their ancestors. Songs and rhythms can reflect the lived realities of enslaved people, showcasing how gender shaped their experiences and continues to influence cultural expression. Gender determined labor roles, exposed women to sexual violence, and placed men in demanding positions. These experiences were deeply intertwined with race and class, creating a layered system of oppression that has left a lasting mark on Latin American culture and traditions.